so much for tuning in to the February 2017 edition of ColeyCast, my monthly video message to the Alta Murrieta community. So, as we typically do, let's jump right in with some coming events that I want to remind everyone about coming up in the month of February. First is Tuesday, February 7th. PTA is going to be hosting a family food night. That's going to be at the Del Taco just down the street from the school in the Sizzler Shopping Center right there. So it's on Alta Murrieta Road, just down the road from the school. Once again, that's going to be Tuesday, February 7th. Typically, those run between 5 and 8 p.m. So join us for dinner that night. Bring the family on down. PTA will be sending home a flyer that you can bring in so that we will get some credit. And what Del Taco will do is donate a portion of the night's proceeds back to our PTA. So we hope to see you at Del Taco on February 7th. Second thing is we have a couple holidays coming up. President's Day holidays. We're actually going to have Friday, February 17th, and then Monday, the 20th. Those will be days off of school. So February 17th and the 20th, the Friday and Monday. So we'll have a 4-day weekend that weekend in honor of President's Day. So mark your calendars for that. And finally, on March 3rd, at the beginning of March, PTA is hosting its Fall Carnival. It is going to be at our school, out on the Blacktop area. If you went last year, it was a really, really fun event. They will have a bunch of different booths set up. Some of the teachers will have booths set up. Mr. McAllister, for example, has had a little miniature golf booth in the past. 5th grade last year had a photo booth. So there's going to be a lot of different booths out there. Kids can come, families can come, have a great time. And once again, ticket information and all the details will be sent home later by PTA. So look for that flyer coming home. Okay, so let's jump into just a couple of reminders and updates that I want to give everyone. First, our parking situation, which is pretty much a standard thing that we talk about, but I wanted to update everyone about the parking lot and the new parking lot that is coming. If you've been watching in the past broadcasts, you know that we've been in contact with the district and they were pursuing getting a new parking lot built for us out in the corner of our field. And I'm pleased to report that soil samples have been taken and the final plans for that have been sent to the state for approval. So we are moving forward with that. We still do not have an exact timeline on when they will start construction on that, but the good news is more parking is on the way. So as I get new information, I will pass it on to you. As we're on the topic of parking, just a reminder that if you are dropping off or picking up in the front loop, either before or after school, please remember to use the actual loop for drop-off and to pull up as far as possible. We do have some people who are still coming into the parking area where the teachers and the staff typically park. If you want to come on in and park there and then get out with your child, walk them across using the crosswalk, of course, that's fine, but we should not be dropping off. Parents should not be kind of pulling into the parking lot and then having students come across the street to meet the cars there. Just last week, we had a parent had come into that parking lot and was waving a student over, and the little girl ran across and was nearly hit by a car. It made my heart stop, and once again, that is why I'm consistently talking about this, is because we want everyone to be safe. I know that the lines out there can get crazy long, but we ask you, just please be patient. Please wait your turn with everyone else standing in that line. I know that, it'll be a little quicker if we go through the parking lot, but it's not safe. It's not safe. Plus, there's double parking going on, which blocks people who are actually parked there. So please, we appreciate your help in that area, only using the actual loop for drop-off or pickup. Next, I want to remind everyone, several months ago we talked about this, but I want to give another reminder. I made an announcement at Friday Flag to students last week, but the kindergarten playground after school, if you are picking up a kindergartner or having an older student meet you there, want to remind everyone that students should not be playing on the kindergarten playground after school. If you have an AM kindergartner and you're picking them up, we also ask then that you do not have your child play there after you've picked them up, because that is a distraction to the PM kindergarten classes. But after school, there should be no students playing on the kindergarten playground area or shooting baskets on the little basketball hoop there. Couple of reasons. Number one, there's no supervision. That's the biggest reason. We have no staff members there, and I know that parents are there, but typically what has happened, what we've observed is there's parents and they're talking to each other and the kids are playing, but there's still nobody watching them. And if one of the students were to get injured, the school would be liable, and we don't have anyone to supervise there. So please, once you have picked your child up, please, if we can ask you to go ahead and move off campus. There's the great Fireman's Park just down the road if you want to have them go use the swings or play on the playground equipment, but should not be any playing in that parking lot, in the kindergarten playground. Plus, we also have some students who are hanging out in there when they should be in the front waiting for their rides. So your help with that is greatly appreciated. I'll be sending home a parent phone call and an email about that too. So please look for that. And once again, thank you for your help and cooperation with that. And finally, I mentioned this last week, but I do need to mention it again. Early pickup. We are continuing to have a large number of parents pick their children up early, pretty much every single day. We understand, once again, as I mentioned last month, if you watched the broadcast, we understand that there are going to be orthodontist appointments and dentist appointments and things like that you're going to have to take them out early, and we completely understand that. But we have a lot of parents who are coming in and just flat out saying, I'm trying to beat the traffic. And I am respectfully asking you, please do not check your child out early if you're just trying to beat traffic. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, I understand that we have long lines and it is crazy traffic. But I just want to remind everyone, because they're not aware, it is a huge disruption to the classroom, because when a parent comes in to check a child out, Miss Leslie or Miss Kim in the front office have to call the room. When they call the room, the teacher has to stop teaching, go over to the phone, pick up the phone and basically say, oh, okay, so-and-so is leaving. They have to stop, they have to go talk to the student, get all their stuff ready, and then send them on their way. And what is happening is sometimes that's happening 2, 3, 4 times in the same classroom. So you can imagine how much of a disruption that is. Meanwhile, the other students are sitting and they're not receiving instruction. So once again, if we're just trying to beat traffic, I respectfully, please do not pull your kids out just to beat traffic. Once again, we understand that there are legitimate doctor's appointments and things like that are unavoidable. We get that. But if we're just trying to save a few minutes at the expense of instruction, please help us out. Please try not to do that, okay? Thank you so much. Hate to come with continual reminders like this, but once again, our job is to educate our kids and to maximize the instructional time that we have. We don't have a lot of time with them each day, and we want to maximize every single minute that we have, all right? Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you haven't already followed us on social media, find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. All of our online updates, we constantly send updates out through our social media channels, and if you haven't signed up for our Remind text updates, you can text the message at Alta News to the number 81010, and we will periodically send out reminders via text. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.